Maswera say, More Zimbabwe, welcome to our channel Zoom Confessions and Deep Secrets. Kanagarke kutanga kukuya panenu channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Kana chungwa garoga subscribe, but don't forget to comment and share this video. Nasi More Zimbabwe tawigira inyaya, irikupisa nyaya, irkunetsa nyaya yabuditswa na Oppah Muchinguri, the Minister of Defense. Oppah Muchinguri akabuda during a meeting yakaitwa ni battle ZANU-PF at the ZANU-PF Harare headquarters. Zimbabwe achitaura about nyaya the ED 2030 campaign, since pane vanhu vari kuabhusa nekuweaponize the ED 2030 slogan. Zimbabwe yakabuda achipa warning kuma-ZANU-PF members ose ari kuwanikwa achiweaponize the 2030 slogan. Zimbabwe zvinombera mushe before buda achitaura about this issue. Akabuda zvakare achipa warning kuna Wicknell Chivhayo nevamwe vese vane corruption Zimbabwe. Akabuda achitaura achiti pasi nezvigananda sematauriro akaitwa nyaya iyi navachiwenga Zimbabwe. Ndofunga vachiwenga vakabuda vachitaura ivo vachiti they are going to fight against those who are corrupt, avo vachawanikwa vava kuwanikwa vachidya voga upfumi hwenyika Zimbabwe nema-corrupt ways. Zvinombera mushe mumeeting yakaitwa naOppah Muchinguri yakabuda achitaura iye achiti the weaponization here, the ED 2030 slogan, it will create divisions within the party. Nyaya yakabuditswa neAharare achitaura ivo achiti ZANU-PF National Chairperson Oppah Muchinguri Kashiri has cautioned party members against weaponizing the 2030 slogan to create divisions within the party. The slogan stems from the party's first resolution at the People's Conference, which endorsed extending President Emmerson Mnangagwa's leadership until 2030. Speaking at the ZANU-PF headquarters in Harare on Thursday, March 18, Muchinguri Kashiri urged party officials to stop using the resolution as a tool for internal disputes and infighting. Allow me to put the 21st National People's Conference Resolution number 1 under spotlight. Party leadership has observed with dismay the abuse of the resolution and the weaponization of the 2030 slogan, she said. She stressed that the resolution was a collective decision, not a personal tool for individual members to exploit. The resolution is a collective outcome that cannot be monopolized by a few individuals for personal gain and glory. These few individuals are now exploiting the resolution and the 2030 slogan to provoke discord and petty disciplinary cases. This must stop forthwith. You are all aware that the resolution was and is supported by everyone. Hence, let us give the requisite party protocol time to process it accordingly, Muchinguri Kashiri explained. Reiterating the importance of unity and discipline, she urged members to adhere to party protocols rather than engaging in divisive tactics. It is shameful for any leader to always be seized with primitive and sometimes barbaric political bickering which divides the party. Such behavior is a bonus arsenal for our opposition forces. Tirikupa vavengi vedu usavi wekusevesa. We are giving our enemies something to talk about through retrogressive utterances, mostly on social media, she said. Ndomabuditsiro akaitwa nyaya iyi Zimbabwe neAharare tisingazive kuti munoiona sei nyaya iyi pari zvinoda kusiya muchingonzwa address yakapiwa navaOppah Muchinguri during this ZANU-PF meeting. Muhammad zvamuri kufunga pamusoro penyaya iyi mucomment section.
President Mnangagwa 2030 pamberi nekubatana pasi nezvigananda. Comrades, we gather today to address the unapologetic need for us to continue in unity on behalf of our party, and also cohesion at all levels of our party structures, down to the village cell, and also ourselves. His Excellency the President and First Secretary of the party, Dr. E.D. Mnangagwa, and the party leadership in its entirety urge all of us to serve our party selflessly with unflinching consistency, persistency, discipline, and loyalty, come rain, come night. To quote His Excellency's address to the 381st Ordinary Session of the Politburo, it is only in unity that we can fulfill our plans and the major tasks that lie ahead of us. We cannot afford the luxury of indiscipline, distractions, or lethargy. Indeed, we ought to inspire our members against the unfortunate and misplaced narratives that seek to distort facts as well as stir up divisions and discord. Ever since its formation more than 60 years ago, ZANU-PF has demonstrated remarkable resilience and determination in the face of adversity. In other words, mutungamiri wedu wakaita msangano uyu, wakasiya msangano wedu uri intact. Iko zvino vasara vashoma varipo vapenyu. Ana president wedu ndiwo wasara kuendesera mberi basa. Tinotarira kuti ivo vachiendesera basa, isu vari kuteera tinenge tichiendeserawo musangano wedu mberi, kusiyirawo future generations. Let us draw spiritual, cognitive, and physical inspiration from our party's rich history and the sacrifices of our forebears. We are stronger and more determined than ever, working together as a united front.
Good evening, dear compatriots of ZANU-PF structures in the Midlands province. I hope you are all doing well on this Saturday evening. My name is Piers van Mbalekwa, your substantive Secretary for Security in the province. I represent the voice of the voiceless in the province. I just want to say a few things regarding the current programs that are going on in the Midlands, where Muda and his hangers-on are busy campaigning for the 2030 agenda. They are spreading falsehoods within our structures to say the structures of the Midlands province debated and approved a proposal that the tenure of the president be extended to 2030. Now they've even gone further to say not only the president, but themselves, the MPs, the councillors, their terms should also be extended to 2030. And who is pushing this agenda? The same benefactors of this amendment, if it were to be approved. But may I remind you, my fellow compatriots of Midlands province, that you all know that this is a white lie. There were no proposals that either came from the structures or were presented to the structures, and there were no proposals which came up with the 2030 agenda or approved the 2030 agenda. It's all lies. I am not talking to people from Mars. I'm talking to people from Midlands Province, and you know the truth. That you people in the structures, you are not consulted. DCCs were not consulted. Provincial executives were not consulted. The PCC members were not consulted. This was forced down the throats of the province by Muda, Chuherenge, Matutu, and others, including some members of the Politburo in the province. It did not come from the people. Neither was it presented to the people. It's a lie. And to prove that this is a lie, for you people that have been members of the party for a long time, you know that whenever we go for our conferences or our congresses, the senior leadership within your districts call for an interdisciplinary meeting where they go to explain to the membership of the resolution that would have come out from the Congress or from the conference. But alas, what did we see in 2024 after the conference? It was the chairman and his hangers-on, led by Muda, Matutu, the chair lady, Tsitsi, Zhou, running around like headless chickens throughout the province, assembling DCCs throughout the province to sell them a dummy, a lie that the resolution, the Congress came up with the resolutions, or conference came out with the resolutions, and among them, number one resolution stated that the conference had approved the extension of the president's tenure for another 2 years to 2030. For those that were at the Congress, they know precisely what took place there. That resolution number one was thrown out of the window because, one, the president did not want it. Comrade Chinamasa, the legal secretary in the Politburo, elucidated on this thing, the difficulties of achieving the amendment of the Constitution, the monies that are involved, the hurdles that will be faced, because it has got to go for a referendum. There will be two referendums that are needed. And Comrade Chinamasa said this in the presence of the president. The president has said no, he will not accept. Now, legally, the proposal that the president's term be extended to 2030 is not binding. Why is it not binding? Mostly it's because the benefactor, who is the president, has declined to accept that. So it's not binding at all. And he has said it on several platforms, including some 2-3 weeks ago, when he had a press conference with journalists. He said it in no uncertain terms that he is not interested in having his term extended. He will not accept it. He will retire when his time is due, which is in 2028. But you see these people running all over the show, forcing structures to attend these gatherings where they are being wrongly informed or being misinformed by this misguided leadership. We cannot have a leadership which lies to its own people. It's not correct. It is wrong. In whose interests are they doing this thing? We will not have a leadership which goes around misinforming people. And these people are trying to turn ZANU-PF into their own property. They are putting ZANU-PF in their pockets. ZANU-PF is not theirs. It is ours, we the people. And we the people shall determine what we want to be done, not 4, 5, 6, 8 individuals using the powers of incumbency. Who permitted them to do such? They are forcing this thing down our throats. We must say no. No. Why are they doing this? And they're the same people that are saying that this proposal came from the grassroots. So why are they going back to the grassroots to say, grassroots, can you accept this? Because they are lying. Because they are lying. Thank you so very much. Midlands structures. I see a lot of resistance against this 2030. I see a lot of resistance against this 2030. That's why they are running, they are crisscrossing the province, left, right, and center, because their thing is not being accepted on the ground. And their thing did not come from structures. Where on earth do you have a senior person like Owen Muda assembling people and encouraging them to chant slogans of Pasinai, Pasinai to another member of the party? That's unheard of. That's unheard of. That can only come from a gangster. A gangster, indeed, he is. Muda is a gangster. That's why he has got a moniker. Touch bomber, touch bomber. What is that? A respected member of the government, a respected member of the party, a leader cannot have such a name. That's a terrorist name. Who does he want to bomb in an independent Zimbabwe? We know he was too young to go to the liberation struggle, to be involved in the liberation struggle. But he cannot turn an independent Zimbabwe into a liberation zone. Liberating them from what? Touching bomb for what? That name can only be a name of a terrorist, terrorizing people in an independent country. That is unacceptable. Dear colleagues, don't be used. Musaitiswe. Nevanhu vanoguta, vane matumba anoguta. They are fighting for their stomachs. If you see the people that are leading this campaign, they are the people that are supposed to come and benefit if this constitution was to be changed. The councillors, the MPs, the ministers, these are the people who are at the forefront of this thing. Of course, in the Midlands, you've got Chirenge and Matutu, you know, also running side by side with Muda. Because I suppose because they don't want party restructuring. Because they know if party restructuring was to come, their chances of getting those positions is almost zero. Because the two of them were never voted by the people to occupy those positions that they are occupying today. So fellow comrades, musavhuntu sigwe nematsotsaya. The real owners of ZANU-PF are you, the people in the grassroots. Are you the people that are in the structures. Not those people that are running up and down because they want to fill up their bellies. No. ZANU-PF ndiye vanhu, haisi munhu. ZANU-PF is a people's party, not a personal property. Taught no to 2030. No to being forced to go to attend these political gatherings, which for all intensive purposes, we know, it's like flogging a dead horse. Musakwidze bhazi rakafa risina mavhiri, hakuna kwarinoenda. Injini ringangori iri papo kasi hakuna gwendo gwachafamba. Musakwidze bhazi iro. Nyaya ye2030 inyaya yakafanana nekunzi pindai mubhazi kasi muchiziva kuti bhazi harifambi, hakuna kwarichaenda. I want to thank you so very much, people of Midlands, for being patient and all these unnecessary challenges that you are facing. It's high time you reclaimed your party from these crooks. They are not genuine members of ZANU-PF. They are there to satisfy their stomachs. They are not there to save the people at all. And I'm sure the majority of people in the Midlands, you understand what I'm talking about. Thank you. Thank you so very much. God bless you. God bless you. Hakuna chisingaperi. Ndokutendai.